Today, of course, is Memorial Day weekend. Tomorrow is Memorial Day, and we are going to, we want to recognize and all the veterans in the service in a few moments. But go ahead, folks, come on in and be seated if you would, please. And I'm going to do something that I have been kind of going back and forth on whether or not I should do all week long, because I realize that this might be offensive to some of you. And I hope that it will not be. Obviously, I never go to church on Sunday morning hoping to offend someone. I know this will not be offensive to any of the veterans in the room today. And this is Memorial Day. We're remembering those who have been willing to fight and willing to die for our country. We're going to have a video in just a few moments that is taken from this little video is taken from the perspective of a child growing up whose father died in the military, and so this little girl grows up without her dad. But before we do that, I'm going to read something for you that was written by a young man, a young American, and this was found in this man's pocket. This particular man died on June 7th, 1969. He died in a muddy jungle thousands of miles away from home in Quang Tri province. And I want to read this for you, and for those of you that might be offended by it, so you'd understand something. If you've not been in the military, if you've not been in war, our perspective of this has a tendency to be what Hollywood is presented. And in the Hollywood presentation, it's John Wayne, and it's the willingly running up the hill to die, and it's almost as if it was glory to die. I want you to know that our military personnel, men and women who go overseas, they don't go over there hoping to die. They go because of duty. They go because of honor. They go because of courage. They go because they're ordered to go. And they go willing, knowing that they may die. They don't want to die. They hope not to die. But they may die, and they're willing to do it in order that you and I might continue to have freedom and liberty here in America. This was taken from this young man's pocket after he died on June 7th, 1969. Here's what he wrote. Take a man and put him alone. Put him 12,000 miles from home. Empty his heart of all but blood. Make him live in sweat and mud. This is the life I have to live. And what, may I ask, will you give? You have your parties and drink your beer while young men are dying over here. Plant your signs on the White House lawn. Let's all get out of Vietnam. Wave your signs and have your fun. Then you refuse to use a gun. There's nothing else for you to do. Then I'm supposed to die for you. There is one thing that you don't know, and that's where I think you should go. I'm already here and it's too late. I've traded all my love for hate. I'll hate you till the day I die. You made me hear my buddy cry. I saw his leg and his blood shed. Then I heard them say, this one's dead. It was a large price for him to pay to let you live another day. He had the guts to fight and die to keep the freedom you live by. By his dying, your life he buys. But who really cares if a Marine dies? And of course, I hope that young man was saved. I have no clue if he was or not. But I would say to him, there's a whole lot of us that care if a Marine dies. And this video depicts that thought from a child who was left behind.
Dear Dad, after all these years, I've never stopped writing. I still remember many of the letters I've written you, and the moments I wish you could have seen.
Dear Daddy, I'm sad you had to leave. But I'm trying real hard to remember that you told me you'll always love me. and to write you all the time. I didn't want you to go, but you pulled me close and hugged me tight, and you said that some things are worth fighting for.
Dear Daddy, I learned how to roller skate today. You'd be so proud. I fell down sometimes and skinned my knees, so I tried again and again. I was brave just like you.
Hey, Dad. Sorry I haven't ridden in a while. I'm 14 today. Can you believe it? Don't worry, though. No boyfriends. Mom and I are doing well. Sometimes we get lonely, but it's not too bad.
Dear Dad, high school graduation. I really wish you were here today. College is just around the corner. I'm staying close to home, though. I figured you'd want me to help keep an eye on Mom. Dear Dad, today I married the man of my dreams. He reminds me of you. He's gentle yet strong. He loves serving me, and he can make me laugh all the time, just like you could. Granddaddy went ahead and walked me down the aisle, said that you'd be proud of me. It was a wonderful day seeing so many friends. We talked about you a lot and how we wished you were here. Oh, Daddy, I love coming to visit you. This time, I brought someone else. Your granddaughter. I tell her about you all the time. We talk about the letters I write you and that maybe she can write you too someday. Yesterday, she told me she'd love to meet you. So I pulled her close, hugged her tight, and told her about how some things in this world are worth fighting for, even dying for. Love always, your daughter.